Welcome to Know the Military YouTube channel. USS Enterprise CVN-80 is coming, not only to become the largest aircraft carrier of the U.S. Navy, but also to bring extraordinary sophistication that will provide exceptional security guarantees for the United States global power. It will lead to important missions for various other naval fleets. The Enterprise will serve as the spearhead of a crucial strategy for the United States in executing various missions, whether as a command center for naval operations or as a mobile air base for a range of fighter jets, helicopters, and other military aircraft. In addition, the CVN-80 aircraft carrier can also provide humanitarian aid, as seen during the 2011 tsunami disaster in Japan, by using the USS Ronald Reagan CVN-76. Although global naval power competition among superpower countries is very intense, the U.S. Navy continues to demonstrate its existence as the greatest. According to the Wdmmw Annual Ranking Analysis 2026, the U.S. Navy achieved a score of 323.9 with a total active naval inventory of 232. Although the number of U.S. Navy fleet assets is still below that of the Chinese Navy, its closest competitor, which ranks second with 405 units, the U.S. remains the greatest because the number of American aircraft carriers is higher than China's, with 11 active aircraft carriers compared to China, that only has 3 aircraft carriers. This shows that aircraft carriers play a very important role in naval power. The U.S. Navy is still ambitious to increase the number of aircraft carriers, in addition to starting full operations of the second Ford-class aircraft carrier, which has completed testing, the USS John F. Kennedy CVN-79. The U.S. Navy will also receive 2 new aircraft carriers currently under production, namely the USS Enterprise CVN-80, which reminds us of the first nuclear aircraft carrier, CVN-65, nicknamed Big E, and the next aircraft carrier, USS Doris Miller CVN-81, which is predicted to be launched in 2029. Moreover, China also has the aircraft carrier Fujian, which has features similar to the Ford-class aircraft carriers, including the electromagnetic aircraft launch system. Many sources have published the specifications of the USS Enterprise CVN-80, which is expected to be completed in 2027. We will attempt to create an illustration of this largest supercarrier, which will have a length of 337 meters, enough to accommodate 100 jets or aircraft simultaneously during operations. Although there has been speculation that CVN-80 will be renamed USS Musk, taken from the name of Elon Musk, who is the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, as well as the senior advisor to President Donald Trump. This news was briefly released by navalnews.com on January 4, 2025. One of the goals of using Elon Musk's name on CVN-80 is to revive the military power of the United States so that it is increasingly respected by the world in accordance with President Donald Trump's order to make shipbuilding great again. This time, Trump hopes that the United States can build more warships like before in a faster and more efficient time. Although the Department of Defense spending ranks third largest, the construction of the CVN-80 aircraft carrier will have a significant cost efficiency of $500 million, which can certainly be achieved through a large amount of labor hour savings using increasingly advanced Newport News shipbuilding equipment and 3D aircraft carrier design, making it easier to monitor the production process. The important role of American aircraft carriers will further strengthen the United States' supremacy in controlling the seas in various parts of the world and can serve as a warning to anyone who interferes with national interests. Therefore, various military analysts consider that what the United States is doing currently is on the right track. The CVN-80, as a Gerald Ford-class supercarrier, is certainly larger and more advanced than the current Nimitz-class U.S. Navy aircraft carriers. The CVN-80 will appear more elegant with better organized use of antennas and radar. It will also feature weaponry and lasers capable of destroying enemies instantly, without neglecting protection from warships and advanced fighter jets such as the F-35 Lightning II and F-18 Hornet, which launch missiles accurately into enemy areas, using the CVN-80 as a runway for takeoff and landing after operations. To realize the USS Enterprise CVN-80 aircraft carrier project, the U.S. Navy will spend $12.6 billion, and to complete the fourth Ford-class aircraft carrier project, CVN-81, the Navy will need an additional $2.5 billion due to projected future inflation. These costs do not include potential system upgrades on critical components that could cause delays in completing both aircraft carriers. Congress's desire to build both aircraft carriers simultaneously can reduce risks if there are future defense budget cuts. If these savings are achieved, the U.S. Navy is likely to quickly proceed with adding the next aircraft carriers, CVN-81 and CVN-82. If we delve into the history of the USS Enterprise CVN-65, which was retired in 2012, the aircraft carrier was once the largest carrier of the U.S. Navy in its time and represented a symbol of the U.S. Navy's glory, also serving as a symbol of a strong and modern United States Navy recognized internationally. The carrier's technology was also the first to use nuclear power. This legacy will now be continued by the USS Enterprise CVN-80 in carrying out the important missions of the U.S. Navy. In carrying out operational missions, the USS Enterprise CVN-80 can conduct a carrier strike group by sailing alongside other warships, Aegis ships and submarines, as well as fighter jets that support each other, making it easier to strike from the air, even far from military air bases. It can also provide additional support for ground battles, facilitate target acquisition, and offer extra protection to the ship's hull from enemy attacks, even though it is made from high-quality materials resistant to weapon impacts. One of the things the United States frequently does with its flagship aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln, is patrolling frequently, ensuring security and peace of mind for Allied maritime borders. The U.S. Navy's patrols are the greatest and highly respected by the world as the country with the strongest Navy to date. This is further supported by their increasingly numerous flagship destroyers. One of the areas most frequently targeted by the Navy's operations is vital trade routes. Until now, no country has been able to compete with the number and sophistication of the United States aircraft carriers because of their ability to recover fighter jets very quickly. A difficult battle will feel easy if the carrier strike group carries out a mission together. The most impressive thing about a carrier strike group is its neat formation, featuring a variety of convoys, led by an aircraft carrier at the front, followed by numerous warships. This footage, captured by drones and helicopters, is undoubtedly a neat and sophisticated naval operation. Thank you for watching this video.